We are now joined, I understand she's hooked up and ready to go, Senator Hillary Clinton. Hey, Senator Clinton, good evening.
Hi, Katie. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Thanks so much for joining our little webcast. We call it the little webcast that could. You know, it's actually the wave of the future, and we're sponsored by Intel tonight, Senator.
That is terrific. Well, I have been following what you've been doing, and I really think that you are breaking through and probably getting people to log on who might not have otherwise been involved. So congratulations.
Well, let's hope so, Senator. So let me ask you, I'm not going to ask you who won this debate, Senator Clinton, but what do you think your friend John McCain did well tonight?
Well, Barack Obama won, Katie, and now it's 3 for 3, and I think that he's closing the deal in terms of voters' perceptions, and voters are closing the books on the last 8 years of this Republican administration and don't want to see any more Republican policies like the ones that have failed so miserably.
Well, what do you think about Senator McCain initially, Senator Clinton? Do you think he did well? I mean, many people here, we have a group of uncommitted voters. We just heard Mark Halperin say he thought he was very, very strong, particularly in he was strong in the first 40 minutes of the debate.
Well, I think, though, that the debate comes at the end of a period where voters have been able to draw their own conclusions about which of these two candidates would be the steadier, better leader when it comes to the serious problems facing our country. I don't think moments of strength in a debate necessarily are going to change the perceptions that voters have created based on the facts they've seen before their own eyes. So today, again, I believe that Senator Obama has demonstrated his cool, calm, collected approach to the intense back and forth of politics. He has a comprehensive plan about the economy, and that's what voters are looking for, and I think he delivered.
Now, last night, a group of about 20 of your supporters met with Governor Palin here in New York. They raised more than $500,000 for the McCain ticket. Did you call any of them, Linda Rothschild and others, and discourage them from backing John McCain?
I haven't talked to any of them in quite some time. Obviously, they've made their decision, but they're a very small minority of the people who supported me, who are now very enthusiastically supporting the Obama-Biden ticket. I see that as I crisscross the country on behalf of Barack and Joe everywhere I go. People are really making up their minds in a thoughtful way because they know how much is at stake in this election, and overwhelmingly, not just my voters, but Democrats, independents, and a lot of Republicans are concluding that Barack Obama and Joe Biden provide a much better set of policies and the kind of leadership that America deserves right now.
Now, Senator Clinton, as you know, the next president, whoever that is, will inherit a deficit greater than $500 billion, a debt larger than $10 trillion. And many of our undecided voters here in our studio brought this up, Senator Clinton. Where are these candidates going to get the money to fund all the programs they're promising?
Well, Katie, it's heartbreaking that just 8 short years ago, we had a balanced budget and a surplus, which would have been an incredible benefit to our country in dealing with all kinds of difficult problems. That's all gone. It's been squandered because of the misplaced priorities of the Bush administration. And I know from personal experience, because after the '92 election, we learned that the deficit was much greater than anybody had thought, and it requires leadership. It took a Democratic president to get our country back on a fiscally responsible track back in the '90s. It's going to take a Democratic president to do the same. And I have a lot of confidence in the people around Senator Obama, in his own understanding of what is going to be required. And of course, he's going to stay committed to his priorities and his values, but he's going to deal with the very difficult dilemma that he will be left with. And it's heartbreaking, but I have every confidence that he's going to navigate us through these difficult waters with a sure hand.
Senator Clinton, how do you feel about people comparing you to Governor Sarah Palin as candidates?
Well, we're both women, and I think that is exciting to a lot of people, as Barack said tonight in speaking about Governor Palin. But it is clear that the McCain-Palin ticket just doesn't offer the change from what we've already had the past 8 years, or the new ideas and the leadership that America is looking for. So I think a lot of people can feel excited about the candidacy of a woman running for vice president. Certainly in 1984, a lot of Democrats felt equally excited when we had a woman as our vice presidential candidate, but conclude that that's not a sufficient reason to vote for the McCain-Palin ticket. And that's what I think Americans are concluding, and that's why I believe Senator Obama is going to have a great victory on November 4th.
And I know your folks are telling us to wrap, Senator Clinton, but I know you've been asked this before. Why do you think Sarah Palin has an action figure and you have a nutcracker?
I don't have any idea, Katie.
Well, you must have some idea. I mean, do you feel like, oh, the injustice of it all?
No, I just think it's very funny. You know, I laugh a lot about what happens in politics these days. But, you know, maybe someday I'll have an action figure. Who knows? I mean, you know, I still have aspirations.
A girl can dream, can't she?
That's right. Exactly.
All right. Well, Senator Hillary Clinton, thanks so much for joining us on our webcast. Come back if we do this again, and come back and do an interview with me on the evening news, will you?
Thanks, Katie. I'll look forward to that.
Okay. Thanks, Senator Clinton. Okay.